Hey, what's going on, Seminole Nation? CJ Wilson here again, your host with DoakTalk. We have more breaking news. FSU gets another commitment and stays hot on a recruiting trail for the 2025 class. This time, FSU gets a commit from four-star defensive back ZAE Thomas out of American Heritage. FSU beats out the Clemson Tigers for the talented defensive back. So big-time win for Mike Norvell. And Patrick Surtain to close for this talented defensive back out of American Heritage. Appreciate you guys tuning in. We'll get back to the ZAE Thomas commitment in a second. But before we do, make sure you guys like this video and subscribe to DoakTalk. It does a world of favors for us as a platform in regards to getting our content out. Again, make sure you guys like this video and subscribe to the channel. And subscribing, you'll get a lot more videos like this as far as commitments for FSU, and also just breaking news all around the program, where there's football news. We're going to begin to some camp talk pretty soon. So make sure you guys like this video and subscribe to the channel. Like I say, this kid is from American Heritage. You guys know Patrick Surtain is very familiar with that program, as he was the former head coach for American Heritage. So that did FSU a really good job. Well, not necessarily did a good job, but that helped FSU as far as a relationship standpoint. And also, which I think is the coolest part of this commitment and whole FSU relationship with ZAE Thomas, is ZAE is a part of the Seminole tribe of Florida. So to have a kid on scholarship, which I think is the first, if I'm not mistaken, that has actual Seminole blood ties to the tribe, I think is very cool. So to have ZAE Thomas, a true Seminole, on deck with the Florida State Seminoles makes perfect sense, right? But speaking of ZAE itself, big-time defensive back, 6'2", 290 pounds, can play corner, can play safety, pretty much very versatile in the backfield of the on the back end rather the field. What FSU has been looking for rather in their defensive backs: size, length, and versatility. We see it all the time with guys playing different positions. And I think you get that same exact player in ZAE Thomas. Very physical at the line of scrimmage when it comes to pressing, when playing corner, and has the range as far as, to be a rangy type safety. 6'2", 290 pounds. If you look at his frame is well put together, and it also has a lot more room to grow. So once he gets in with Coach Storms, I think get within the strength and conditioning program and get some weight and some years added to him under the program, you will see the weight and mass start to add as he fill out, his big body frame. 6'2", 190 pounds, big time playmaker. So shout out to Coach Norvell and Coach Surtain and Coach Alan Fuller for locking down his commitment. I like this kid a lot when it comes to his versatility. FSU has been in his recruitment for a long time. One of the most valuable defensive backs as far as their board. This relationship goes for years. So for FSU to go ahead and lock down this commitment and close it out, it's a big time get, because I will say the Clemson Tigers did make it interesting once he took his official visit to Clemson. But getting back to FSU, taking his official visit there, feeling those home vibes and things like that. Of course, I feel like FSU has always been home for this kid, but to feel that again kind of locked down and wrapped up his commitment. And also, if you look at a lot of the guys that FSU has currently on campus from American Heritage, right? Marvin Jones Jr., of course, and then you also have Earl Little Jr., who played at American Heritage under Coach Patrick Surtain. And also he has a teammate, four-star running back, Byron Lewis, who's also heavily considering the FSU Seminoles. So it's a lot of ties in regards to relationship factor, but I do think from that and the fit in regards to how FSU plays, it was a no-brainer for ZAE to choose FSU. So I'm very excited about this kid, one of my favorite guys within this recruiting class. He has a lot of potential, a big-time defensive back for FSU. Like I've been saying, you see a trend in regards to the size of defensive backs that FSU have been recruiting the last couple of years under Patrick Surtain. Of course, adding ZAE is no different. Big-time frame, long arms, long length as far as being a 6'2" guy. You see, we're not really taking any guys that's under 5'11", that's under 6'2", 5'11". And if you are that size, you have to be great within your technique with how you play. So Patrick Surtain definitely has a formula he's going by as far as recruiting these defensive backs, and it's paying off as he's been doing a hell of a job for FSU these last couple of years. He's probably my favorite. Of course, he's my favorite coach, but he's one of the better recruiters in the country within a short period of time, making his presence felt on the recruiting trail. So big time gift for FSU and ZAE Thomas. We have more coming soon. Make sure you guys lock in with DoakTalk. Go Noles.